Hey folks, welcome back to another Paul Masters video, and today we're going to check out the new Master Fair Cynthia and Giratina's kit. And this unit is... I really don't know how to think about it, because there's a lot of unknown factors about this unit that we actually can't really determine for sure until the unit comes out, right? But on the plus side, she is coming out pretty soon, right? She's coming out, let me check real quick. She's coming out on the 27th. She's coming out on 27th. JST, right? Coming out on 27th over there, which is just next week. Wow, she's coming out next week. So yeah, but yeah, there's a lot of things that we don't exactly know, right? That could actually make or break this unit. So we'll check out the kit. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering because I'm still not over the Near Sabrina. Anyways, we'll check out Near Sabrina as well soon after this. So make sure you all are subscribed and have notifications on for the channel to get all that stuff as soon as possible. So anyways, so let's check out the stats and stuff, right, from Absol's absolutely like stuff, right? So Pastebin, whatever it's called. So all right, here it is. It's a tech, right? Sings with Cynthia, Renegade, it's called. Renegade Sings with Cynthia, which sounds awesome, but I have no clue what that word means. And Giratina altered form. Better form, by the way. People are gonna kill me for this. I just like altered more than origin. If you guys like origin, God bless. That's fine. I just like altered more. Anyways, yeah, it's a ghost type, weak to fairy, tech. It's a tech unit. As Ghost, Seno, Singsu, Battle Facility, Passionate Spirit, all that stuff. And yeah, so first move, Shadow Ball, which is Shadow Ball, right? Ghost Wish, this is the new thing that, again, we don't exactly know about yet. So Ghost Wish, a status move, changes a zone to a ghost zone. A ghost zone powers up ghost type attacks. And the power, accuracy, whatever, it's status move, right? So cost 2 gauges, 2 MP, right? So you'd first immediately think, oh, is it like Electric Terrain or, you know, Psychic Terrain or like Sunny Day or whatever? I'm assuming it's going to be something similar like that. Again, it's a zone that powers up ghost type attacks. Here's the 2 factors that we don't know about this. One is how much it powers up by, right? We don't know the percentage because so far the terrains have been 50%. Sunny Day has been 50%. The rain has been 50%, right? Again, Electric Terrain, and Psychic Terrain have all been 50%. You can't exactly say that this ghost zone is going to be 50%. If it's 50%, that's fantastic, right? But who knows? It might also not be that high because a lot of the, you know, grass type or not grass type, like the water type units, fire type units, a lot of those units, to compensate for the fact that they can take advantage of weather terrain, sometimes their stats are a bit lower, right? For example, you know, Kyogre, you know, special attack, you know, pretty low, right? To compensate for the fact that it takes so much advantage from rain. So maybe, and these units already have really good stats, already established stats, already established, you know, damage numbers. So it might not be, you know, 1.5% or not 1.5%, that's terrible. 1.5 times multiplier, right? So I think it could go a few ways. Either it's a 1.5 times multiplier, right? A separate multiplier, or it could be like a 1.5 times multiplier that's additive. So not like terrain and weather, which is multiplicative, right? Which is much better, right? So this could be like a 1.5 times, but it's additive to all the other passive multipliers, right? Which would not be as good. Or it could be a multiplicative, but like 1.3%, or not, I keep on saying percent, 1.3 times, right? 30% in comparison to a 50% multiplicative, but it will be like a 30% multiplicative, right? Again, it depends on how it's going to go, so we don't know. That's the first thing we don't know. The second thing we don't know is in game it says there's a new game tip about zones, right? And then one of the zone 1 mentions that on top of powering up moves, it also could, depending on the type, have different effects for different types. So what additional effect this could have could be pretty huge as well, right? So we'll have to see. And reason why it could be pretty huge is this Shadow Force. Shadow Force is not good, right? It could be good. Again, it could be good. Reason why it could not be good is it's a 2-turn move. Right? 2-turn move means Like you take 2 turns to hit that like 200 power, and then Shadow Ball on the other hand, you know, it's 99. It's basically the same. Like you'd rather use 2 Shadow Balls over 1 Shadow Force. Reason being, because if you're using Shadow Force, your sync move countdown only goes down 1 for 2 turns. So you're slowing your entire team down by a whole turn every time you use Shadow Force, right? Or at least, you know, first time you use Shadow Force, because second time, third time, you already slowed your team down, right? So that's gonna decrease your overall team's damage, right? So that's a big issue with 2-turn moves. I'm not saying they're completely unusable, but they definitely do have that downside, right? So a lot of times, again, you'd rather just use the 2 Shadow Balls instead of just using a Shadow Force, and also has the restriction. So what I'm saying, what Ghost Wish could maybe make this good is if Ghost Wish, right, the Ghost Zone, if the effect for Ghost type units is it turns 2-turn moves into 1-turn attacks. That would be huge. That would be huge not only for Cynthia, would be huge for Morty, would be huge for Acerola, right? Would be huge for all these units that have like Phantom Force, right? There's a lot of Ghost type units that have Phantom Force. She has Shadow Force, right? Because at the moment, there's just almost no reason to use Shadow Force over Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball is just straight up better, right? And we'll talk about it more when we talk about like the stats and stuff. Because we'll just talk about it right now. If you look at her level 140 stats, right? 380 attack, 434 special attack, right? You know, unless there's some crazy stuff on her, like her passives, grids, Shadow Ball's straight up just going to be better, right? And her signature move is you're just not going to use it because it's not that good, right? But if it turns the 2-turn move into a 1-turn use, or it negates the sync move countdown thing, right? Somehow by giving it an extra sync move countdown or whatever, that'll make this incredible. This is going to make this incredible, right? But if it's just going to be, you know, not that, then you're going to be a relatively, again, we don't exactly know the damage calcs on this because we don't have, again, we don't have exactly how much Ghost Zone boosts damage by, right? So we don't exactly know how powerful this is going to be, but Shadow Ball is not a very powerful move, right? Shadow Ball is not a very powerful move. Again, Shadow Force is also not a very powerful move, so her damage might not be that great, right? But again, we still don't have the calcs yet. We'll still yet to see, right? We'll obviously look back at this once we actually do have the calcs. Then your trainer move, show me your secrets, raises attack and special attack by 4, raises crit by 3, lowers your defense by 1. That's pretty, sure. And then here's the other thing that is, it's not like the worst, but your sync move, Renegade Shadow Force, sounds cool, hopefully looks cool too. It is physical, right? It's a tech nuke, right? So it does increase when you have Ghost Zone, so you definitely want to set up Ghost Zone before you use this. But it is physical. And again, your main attacking move is going to be Shadow Ball. You do buff both your attack and special attack by 4 ranks, so that's not an issue. The issue is when we get to the grid. It's not a huge issue, it's just like a minor complaint, personally, right? So, we'll get... Unfortunately, it's a flag bear, and it's not a, you know, Sinnoh Spirit, Sinnoh, whatever the Groudon Kyogre ones were, or Luzamine, right? So it's not the Luzamine one, it's not the Groudon one, it's not the broken one, it's just the regular flag bear, which is not terrible, but, you know, in comparison to, again, Groudon Kyogre, Luzamine is not that good, right? Although it makes sense for her specifically because she has both physical and special moves. Although Groudon also has both physical and special moves, and he's still got the much better Master Pass. But you know, whatever. Sinnoh's like dying for like anything right now, just anything for Sinnoh, and you know, it's they're good, right? Sundering 9 lowers opponent's defense, special defense, or both by 1 stat rank when the user's targeting the opponent's move is successful. This is definitely really nice, right? Every turn you have a chance to, you know, potentially lower their defense or special defense. If you lower their defense, that's good for your sync move. If you lower special defense, that's good for your Shadow Ball, right? Invigorating Shadow 2, or also could be good for your sync move. Again, once we'll, you know, talk about that once we get to the pass or the sync grid, right? Invigorating Shadow 2 charges user's move gauge by 2 when it takes it on a Shadow Presence. It's unnecessary. What's her speed? 339. Yeah, I don't really care. Like, it's nice. It's just not like, because like you're already not using gauges with Shadow Force anyways, so like that's already a form of charging your gauges. I would have liked it was just like powers up your moves by 20% when in Shadow Presence. At least give us a reason to use Shadow Force. Again, depending on how Ghost Zone works, Shadow Force might be actually broken or just terrible, right? Super Shadow applies super effective up next effect when the user takes on a shadow presence. So this is the part where, again, it kills me. Because this could actually be really, really good if you think about it. If you do this, right? If you use your training move, turn 1, Ghost Zone turn 2, turn 3 Super Shadow, right? Use your that thing, and it gives you super effective up on your sync, and then you have the tech sync in, tech nuke in, and boom, good stuff, right? But that directly conflicts with each other because, again, that turns your, if you are using Shadow Force, right, which you need to get the Shadow Presence, that turns your sync from 3 turns to 4 turns. So you're taking 4 turns to sync, and then, like, at that point, is a super effective buff really worth it? I mean, if it one-shots a mid, right, then sure, it's still, I'd say it's probably worth it, right? Assuming we're talking about Master Mode, right? If it's like 3v9, then that's a completely different conversation. But although you can, on the other hand, in 3v9s, you can get away with it a bit more if you just deny the sides. You just completely lose the advantage of denying sides, right? But again, if it is, you know, if Ghost Zone can fix the sync move countdown thing with 2 turn moves, then this is fantastic, right? Again, just train a move, use this, set up Ghost Zone, sync, boom, very, very, very powerful sync. Anyway, speaking of, let's get to the sync grid part of this. Alright, now let's check out her grid over here. So this first few stuff is just your regular stats, right? Shadow Ball power-ups, Move Gauge Refresh 2 for Shadow Ball, Ghost Whip's Group Morale Boost 4, which has a 50% chance of rating special attack of all allied sync pairs. You know, when you use Ghost Wish, right? I'm not a huge fan of stuff like this. Super duper effective 1 on Shadow Ball is nice. On roll 2 on Shadow Ball is good, right? What else? Invigorating Shadow 1, again, I just overkill, unnecessary. Super duper effective 2. Brain Sync 5, extra 50% on your sync. Wish it was higher, but whatever. We'll see again, once the damage calcs come out. We'll see. Sync Quickening 1. Restores 1 MP of the user move with a quick move effect after using sync move. And Move Gauge Refresh 2 on Ghost Wish. Move Gauge Refresh 2 on Ghost Wish again. Group Pep Talk for 50% chance of raising attack of all allied sync pairs by 1 when we use Ghost Wish. What else? MP Refresh 2 on Ghost Wish. Oh! I wish it was higher than 2, but okay. What else do we have? Shadow Force power-ups. MP Refresh 2 on your trainer move. I mean, you're probably just gonna use support to max it out anyways, not that big of a deal. Sync stat boost 9, not a big deal. Haunted healing, cool, I guess. Not a huge deal either, but it's nice to have, I'd say. Smarty Pants. So yeah, that's the yeah. So if you do debuff the opponent's special defense, you you increase the sync nuke as well over here by up to 100%. And that's my, again, minor complaint about her sync being physical, is that your sync nuke multiplier is relying on debuffing the opponent's special defense, and then your like sync is like physical. Would have been, I just would have liked it if it was instead of Spartan Pants, maybe like the physical version of that, or turn your physical sync into special. Although that's less likely to happen because your sync move is gonna be Shadow Force. It's her signature move, right? So it just sucks. If it was just minus defense, you'd get that extra bit of innate defense debuff. Would have been nice, but not the biggest deal in the world. And then power ups for your sync move, right? So again, is she good? Yes. Because Ghost Wish in of itself is very, very good, right? Imagine, Anniversary Lily, already really, really good. Boom. Imagine if it's a 1.5 times boost to Lily already, right? It makes units like Fantina. Fantina sucks, okay? All these ghost units are so bad. Fantina, Morty, Acerola, Mimirola, right? What else? Morty, the other Morty, right? All these Anniversary Lily is fantastic, but like those guys are so bad, and now you have someone to boost their ghost type damage even more. Hopefully this helps them a lot. Again, I really hope the additional effect would be, you know, for, you know, 2-turn moves. Either you give an extra sync move countdown for that, or you make it happen in 1 turn. Obviously, making it happen in 1 turn would be insanely powerful, but also it does take away from like a lot of the 2-turn moves, like the dodging aspect, so I don't think it would do that. I'm leaning more towards if they're going to do something for it, right? Which we don't even know if they're going to do anything at all, right? Giving an extra sync move countdown would be fantastic. That would be fantastic. Completely fixes Morty. I wouldn't say completely fixes, you know, Mimorola, just because she doesn't have MP refresh, and definitely fixes yeah, it's Cynthia herself, right? Not that she's gonna be bad regardless. Like even if it doesn't do that, like still like that special attack stat with Ghost Zone, again, depends on how much Ghost Zone boosts it by, and then like Shadow Ball. Again, Shadow Ball's not the best move, but whatever. She has like a few multipliers, right? Not a lot of multipliers, just like you got like super effective up, super duper effective 2+1, something like that, right? Extra 30%. Which is not bad, right? There's super, yeah, and then yeah, so extra 30%. Again, it's not anything crazy, but you also have like Sinnoh Flagbird to boost it as well, so we'll see. Anyways, again, she is very much like herself, a bit of a mystery at the moment, so we don't exactly know how powerful she's eventually going to be, but overall, doesn't look terrible. Doesn't look terrible at first glance. Again, we still need Calyx. We still need her to come out so we know, you know, exactly how much this boost is, and if it has any other additional effects for ghost types. Depending on how that goes, she could be fantastic, right? She could definitely be fantastic. But at the moment, you know, the jury's still on this one, right? We don't exactly know. But yeah, anyways, that's it for this one. Hope y'all enjoyed. Guys, think in the comments down below. Like, share this video, subscribe to our channel for some more Pokemon content. Again, we're gonna check out all these new units, right? The new Pokefair, Lucas Style. We're gonna check out my New Year's Sabrina and Chingling, and also, you know, Volkner, Electivire New Year's, and some of the new gridded units, right? The Cheryl, Thornton. So make sure y'all stay subscribed, so you'll get that as soon as it uploads. So have fun, folks. Hope y'all enjoyed it, and I love y'all. We'll see you guys next one.